Welcome to FDSMTG News for Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. Unfinity has been released. I went to a release party on Sunday and had a blast. If you get a chance, do yourself a favor and go draft a couple of packs. Also, give up on trying to pull the Space Shocks from the packs. Those suckers are wicked hard to pull. Save yourself some cash and buy the singles. Seriously, don't be like me. There have been some reports that printing errors have cards with the regular holofoil, but then copies of the same card have the Acorn holofoil. I can understand messing up the PowerPoint presentation for the previews. Heck, I've screwed up 2 PowerPoint presentations this week, and it's still Monday as of time of recording. But in the actual printing, I know print quality has been iffy at best, but this seems hard to do. I could see messing up all copies of a card that was supposed to have one type of holofoil or the other, but for some to have the regular holofoil and others to have the Acorn? What is going on down there? And this story is for those of you who didn't see my video on the BCW interlocking card frames. I'm doing a giveaway. One lucky winner will receive 3 boxes of BCW's interlocking card frames. 6 frames per box, 18 frames in total. To enter, just go watch the video and it will explain everything. Link below or in the comments. Thank you to BCW for sponsoring this giveaway. The Warhammer 40k decks released, and yeah, they exist now. In real life. And I love them. That's about it. My LGS still has some collector's edition copies, which surprised me to be honest, but the regular version is nowhere to be found though. I'm sure they'll be restocked in a few weeks, and then we'll enter the phase of the product life cycle where they will show up randomly in stores from time to time to be sold out within a few weeks, but there will always be at least 1 or 2 Tyranid decks sitting on your local big box store shelf for at least the next 2 years. The issue with this product seems to be collation. Speaking of Warhammer, the secret layers have been revealed, and they are proving to be the afterthought we all assumed they were. In terms of power level and spice, no, not that one, they are lacking. There are secret layers for the 40k Orcs, Age of Sigmar, and Blood Bowl. They feature mostly reprints that have been reskinned in the Warhammer universe a la the Godzilla treatment, which is now what I'm calling that concept because it sounds so metal. From a financial perspective, these are quite underwhelming, the only money cards being Aggravated Assault in the Orc secret layer and Defenses of the Heart in the Blood Bowl secret layer, both of those clocking in over $10, while everything else hovers close to $1, give or take. There's been a massacre in Standard, and this time, Meathook was the victim. That's right, Meathook Massacre is banned in Standard. Basically, after rotation, the card became a bit more powerful and further solidified black as a dominant color in the format. While there wasn't any one particular deck it was featured in, it was basically in all black decks. Wizards hopes that by giving Meathook the axe, it would allow other archetypes room to grow. Yorion, Sky Nomad, was also banned in Modern because it was being played all over the place and was featured in 4-color Omnath decks that on average runs 95 cards in the main deck, which is just silly. Keep your Battle of Wits shenanigans on the fringes, please. We don't want no competitively viable plus-size decks in our Modern meta. And that was it. Pioneer, Legacy, and Vintage went unscathed as Wizards feels all of these formats are healthy and diverse. I would love to know your thoughts, if you agree or disagree that these formats are healthy, or even if you agree with the banning of Meathook and Yorion. Leave a comment or at me on Twitter at FDS_MTG. That about does it for today. Like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Patreon, and anywhere you can get your podcasts. Oh, and click on stuff. That Godzilla thing, I think it's hilarious because we could say like, oh, it got the Godzilla treatment, which like conjures images of being stepped on by a monstrous lizard. But in reality, it just means that my cards have a different skin. Welcome to FDSMTG News for Tuesday, October, that's not right. Unfinity has been released, and folks have been posting all the fun stuff they've been doing with the... My LGS still has some collector's edition copies. Will continue to just be flavorful. It would allow other archetypes to... Yorion. Sky Nomad was also banned in Modern. We don't want no competitively viable plus-size decks in plus-size decks. Pioneer, Legacy, and Vintage went unscathed as Wizards field. I would love to know your thoughts if you agree or disagree that...
This show is part of the CIP network, inspiring creativity, one episode at a time.